Afternoon, folks. I will never stand in front of this camera and tell you what I think you want to hear. That's not my style. The title of the video, by the way, is Pierre has the potential to be a great prime minister. As this is a follow-up to my meeting him in person in Port Hawkesbury on Wednesday evening, the 24th, actually 48 hours now. First time I ever met him in person. Anyway, they asked Ronald Reagan, bear with me, I have a few points to make, and it all comes together in the end. They asked the saintly Ronald Reagan one time, what do people see in you? And Ronald Reagan replied back to the questionnaire. He was a very modest man. Ronald Reagan replied back to the questionnaire, would you laugh if I said they see themselves? Then candidate Trump barnstormed every state he'd go into. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana. Many of those states are considered the flyover states. They're with the fucking bunch of jerks at Columbia University protesting Israel defending themselves. They're flying over from New York State, the educated upper class. They're flying over to California. Yes, the nutcases out there. They've never seen a nutty idea in California they didn't love before. All along the coast, Berkeley, and right up to northern Oakland and San Francisco. And it was a flyover country. Hillary Clinton ignored them. Didn't bother campaigning those states. We got them one day. Auto Works will vote for us. Union guys work for us. Well, they vote for us. They didn't. And they talk about divisive. There's nothing divisive about President Trump with regular people that have a brain in their head. I'm going to repeat that. There's nothing divisive about President Trump with regular people that have a brain in their head. If you want to see the divisive, you see that mulatto president. All Hussein Obama. Mulatto president. All Hussein Obama. He was the one that campaigned and said that Christians, be they Protestants or born again or Pentecost or Catholics, they depended upon two crutches. The crutches of their guns and the crutch of religion. That's not me making it up. It's all public knowledge. He said it repeatedly. Christians depend upon two crutches. The crutch of their guns and religion. What a bunch of crap. Bullshit crap. Okay? Now, I look at the audience in Hawkesbury. There was 250 people in that room. And there were construction workers and farmers and woodsmen and some fishermen and housewives and students and assorted. I can tell you one thing right now. That there's so many people out there feel that government of Justin Trudeau and many other governments are out of touch with their beliefs, out of touch with what they represent. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're in beautiful Cape Breton Island, lovely beloved Cape Breton Island, if you're in rural Nova Scotia, or you're any place in Canada, from Tofino and Vancouver Island to Cape Race and Cape Spear on the Avalon Peninsula and St. John's, Newfoundland, all across the nation. Now, Pierre was there in a green T-shirt said Pierre on it, and dress pants, and the people went up to him and they shook his hand, wanted to get their pictures taken with him, and this went on for an hour, and he had great stamina. He shook their hand, looked them in the eye, smiled with them. Camera was there, got their picture taken. So you have, the country is changed, and we have to accept that. The country that, what it looked like 100 years ago, or 50 years ago, even 20 years ago, and some places 10 or 15 years ago, that country is changing. There's no question about that. And that's a fact. That's a fact. But again, I repeat, this gentleman has a potential to be a great prime minister. Where he's going to have difficulty is there's some bag-licking old-time Tories. I remind the bag-licking old-time Tories, if it's, can be anybody. can be one's just up the road from me, bag-licking old-time Tories. Everything they got goes back to politics. It can be McCarran up to St. Andrews, bag-licking old-time Tory. I remind you, the last time you had a bag-licking old-time Tory was one Lion Brian, who's now down in a hot place in hell. And after, when the people got their hands on him in the polls, he went down to 2 seats. 2 seats. And it wasn't until they joined us in the Reform Party, started by Preston Manning. This is a true conservative we have in Pierre. He won't always be as popular as he is now, but he's going to have a very strong mandate coming in. 225, 250 seats, I estimate, in a 330-seat house. A 338-seat house. And the old-time Tories, expecting bag-licking, ass-kissing patronage, them days are gone. All politics will have some patronage in it, but the old bag-licking, fuck-holding, ass-kissing, old-time Tories, and there were some of them there the other night, sitting down mixed in, those days are gone. This is going to be an honest, honourable man that will run a good government. This is no Lion Brian. This is no John Buchanan. This is no Alan McMaster and Terrible Timothy or Rodney MacDonald or John Hamm. This here is going to be an honourable man, and he's going to have a hard time with some of the old-time Tories, but the makeup of the country is changing, whether we like it or not. Much of it goes back to the sin of abortion. No question about that one. But they take and he has the potential to make an extraordinary good prime minister. Hell of a lot better than what's there now, and potential to be extraordinary. I believe it's a rootless touch in him, but he'll have principles that will make the country bounce back. With that, I got to go. I wish you all the best. God bless. And give them a chance, in which I'm certain the people will, and they'll be, as the Newfoundland friends say, they'll be well pleased. I'm going to wrap it up. Give them a chance, and I'm certainly be well pleased. All the best. God bless. And that's the Newfoundland expression. Thank you, bye.